Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. I ask for wisdom, guidance, protection, and strength for myself and for everyone who is watching. May this reading find who it needs to find when they need to find it, and may it be the message that they needed to hear at that time. These readings are timeless, so whenever you find them is when you are meant to find them. So I was called to do a message for the collective today about you, yourself, and you. So before we jump into the cards today, I want you to focus your energy specifically and only on yourself. And that might be the first time that you've ever done that, and that's okay. But Spirit's calling me to have you sort of clean your slate of any of the other responsibilities or people in your life that you have to care for, that you have to worry about. This reading is for you. And we're going to jump into some message that you need to hear at this time. And it's going to be exactly what you need to hear in order to keep going. The specific decks that I chose today are decks around finding your magic and growth, okay? And it's also going to dive deeper into the realm of you, your mind, your subconscious. Whatever it is that you are looking for is deep in there. And Spirit wants you to go in and pull it out and use it. It's like this thing that's magical that you're sitting on and you can't find it because you're sitting on it. And once you get up and see what it is that you've been sitting on all this time, it will flourish. So that is what today's message is going to be surrounded by. Okay, so if you came here to hear some message about someone else, this is not your reading. This is about you. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. I am here to make you uncomfortable because there are things within you that are magical, that want to emerge, and Spirit wants you to acknowledge that. So the biggest message of the day is, if you have been pouring your love, your time, your energy into anyone else but yourself, today is the day that you need to pour it into yourself. All right. Wow, deep channeled message there. So we're going to jump right in. There's no tarot today. These are all oracle decks. But again, I listened to my intuition and was guided to pull these specific ones. So Spirit, please guide and direct me for the message that needs to come through for the collective that are watching in this message today. What is it they need to know about themselves right now? This magic that dwells within them, that they're just sitting on, that needs to emerge. Thank you. We have Memento Mori. The meaning is in the middle. Life, presence, depth. We have the number 22. Wow. I don't know if this message is resonating with any of you, but it's given me that like deep feeling inside. It's activating something. It's literally pulling something out from within me. It's saying that there's this magical space right in between it, and it feels like this is where we're not stuck, but we're dwelling at the moment. We're dwelling between this space of letting the old version of us go and allowing this new, sparkly, gleaming, magical version of us emerge. The meaning is in the middle. Wow. Here's that magical egg you're sitting on. This is where all the juicy stuff is. So, for any of you that needed to hear this, it is okay to be in the middle here. Because the middle is where the good stuff happens. This is where your life, your presence, and your depth dwell. There is some aspect of you that is in the midst of being born. And yet there is still some part of you that hasn't left yet. And I am not calling anyone out in this message. I am not trying to say that you need to let something go and that you need to let something be born. Nope, that's not this message. This message is actually quite the opposite. It is asking you to dwell in this in-between. Spirit's calling on you to acknowledge what's happening. Maybe some of you have been confused and don't understand what the heck is happening. And that's totally fine and acceptable. But here's a really good image of what the heck is going on. You are in the midst of a transition. You are letting something go and birthing something new. I'm very much getting this is a version of yourself. You may even be experiencing an ego death or multiple ego deaths. I'm also getting a strong message here of the content you consume. Is the content that you consume harboring this new version of you? Or are you trying to... All right, the message that came through was reliving the glory days. Are you trying to go back and relive something? Because I'm being told that's barren land now. There's nothing there for you anymore. That version of you is trying to let go, and this new version of you is ready to emerge. All right, and you're going to take that as it resonates. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. Spirit's not telling you what to do. You just need to know that you're here. You're here in this present moment, and this moment right now is the only moment that matters. You are loved. You are awesome. You are worthy. Let's do this. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. What else do we have for the collective, please? Tell me more about what's going on out there in the collective. Thank you. We have potential and possibility. Reach out to the potential that is calling for you. So this is future, highest self, and quantum. All right. So if you look, this face and lady matches this one. So this is literally you thinking about this new version of you. And if you are trying to call something into your life at this time, pay attention to that. It means something. Okay, the number 5 is all about change. But change is good. Some people fear change because, again, they get so stuck and attached to this old version of themselves, but it's not serving you anymore. Again, that land is barren. You want lush, new growth, you've got to move into this futuristic version of you. Okay? We have quantum leaping here. This is you wanting something different, something better. And you're trying to dream this up, whatever this is. So if your dreams are telling you something, trying to show you something, you have all these signs coming through from Spirit, trying to have you acknowledge what's trying to be born, just pay attention to that. And know that it is your highest self that's trying to break through. All right, let's get one more. What else wants to come through in this message for the collective, please? Ooh. Okay, too many came out there. There's a song coming to my head by, I think it's Canon or Cannons, Breakthrough. Breakthrough to me. I need you to help me out. And again, that doesn't feel like an external person trying to ask for help. That feels like your future highest self saying, like, come on, break through. It's safe to cross over. Oh. It's safe to cross over. All right, last one. Don't worry, darling. You'll find your way. This is overcoming obstacles, finding joy, and carefree. This is the life. Sorry, I am getting choked up. This is like such a powerful energy here. Spirit wants you in this beautiful, carefree energy. You want to know what abundance is? It's this. It's finding joy. It's feeling carefree. It's not money, although yeah, money is great and it helps us get through to have us get to this place of feeling carefree and finding joy. However, it's not the basis of all existence. It's not. I'm also being drawn to this rose that came up through this crack. It's like this is your overcoming obstacles era. You found a way through adversity. It's also very much like the lotus flower that comes up through the muck and the mud. They cannot see the surface, yet they bloom anyways. You are this rare plant, this rare flower that busted through this cement. And I'm very much getting that these obstacles were put in your way to purposefully prevent you from busting through. But it was your will, your strength, your courage that kept you going. And here you are, busting through. Maybe even no one thought you could do this. Maybe you didn't even think you could do this. But Spirit's got this message for you. Don't worry, darling. You'll find your way. Oh, I'm telling you, this is very powerful energy. Very powerful energy. So the bottom of the deck on this, we have number 2, I am in divine flow and move in alignment. This is yin and yang. This is unity, balanced energy, and manifestation. It feels very much like this is you going from this in-between state to this balanced divine flow state. And maybe this is what you're waiting on or you're working on. It's like we gotta balance the energies before we can, proceed and do the thing that we're trying to do. You're figuring it out though. You're finding your way. Even if whatever you're dreaming up right now is just a dream and you can't tangibly touch it, taste it, feel it yet, it's okay to dream about it until it comes to fruition. Because Spirit is telling you that it already exists. You just have to take the steps towards it. Even if it's one step today, one step tomorrow, then you get stuck in this middle and then take another step a week later or a couple weeks later. The fact is that you are still progressing and moving. It doesn't matter at what pace, okay? Spirit's asking you to go at your own pace. No one's rushing you through this. No one's telling you you have to do this a certain way or by a certain time. I understand that we have obligations and responsibilities in our life. So maybe that's what you feel is your rush and your obligation. But Spirit's asking you to remain in this alignment, this divine flow. And that is where your magic is. So beautiful. All right, let's move on. So this is my seed and sickle deck. So this is about different periods and when do we chop something down and when do we let it grow. So I use this a lot in my what needs to go, what needs to grow, because they actually give you 2 decks. They give you one for the dawn and one for the dusk. So again, what needs to grow, what needs to go. So I am going to pull one card for each pile here, and then we will read both versions. Okay, we have Jasmine, Basil, and Blackthorn. All right, so let's first look at the Dusk book. And again, this is kind of the sickle aspect of it now. So we're going to start with Jasmine here, number 10. In the Philippines, a couple prepare to part, the young man to the city and his bride to remain at home, worried he will fall in love with another. He gives her his dagger with a promise that if he does, she can kill him. But when he returns with a new wife, she plunges the knife into her own heart instead. You may feel as though your current situation is hopeless, but jasmine blooms during the night, releasing its sweetest scent when it's dark. Right now, you do not have to take action. Only let yourself feel the hope that something beautiful will come out of such darkness. What a story. That is crazy to me. But you know what? It's not entirely untrue. How many times do we hurt ourselves over some situation, right? Instead of lashing out onto someone else, we internalize. But also, this is part of that middle, right? The darkness. So if you are in like a dark night of the soul, Spirit's asking you to have faith that the dawn will come. And then let's read the dawn card on this one. You've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others are calling you foolish for doing things the wrong way. But you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows exactly where it means to, and so do you. You know exactly where you're going and why. Don't let your doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. I don't know how many of you needed to hear that message, but I feel that there are a bunch of you that did. Some of you doubt your own path. It's like you have this dreamy side of you that knows where to go. This is your higher self dreaming up this future version of you. And sometimes people come in with this dagger and try to prevent you from doing the thing that you want to do, telling you you're foolish for even beginning. And maybe some of you listen. Here's the thing. Flowers, in particular, do not ask for permission to bloom. They also don't compare themselves to others when they bloom. They just bloom to the best of their ability. It's wow. Okay. Let's move on because we're going to get over to this Basil card. Basil. This is number 24. So we're going to start with the sickle version, the dusk, okay? There is growth to be found in helping others achieve the same goal. In India, a leaf of holy basil is placed on the forehead of the deceased to ensure that Vishnu will see them and welcome them into heaven. By giving your time and energy to others, you will draw the same good energy that you are giving away towards yourself. Wow. It's like helping others get through something that you've maybe already gone through is helping you to get through it yourself. How many dark nights of the soul have you all been through? I've seen a couple. All right, let's look at the dawn version of this. You're due to set out on a journey, be it physical or spiritual. So be ready for a change in your life. In Italy, pots of basil are left on windowsills to indicate that guests are welcome. And in Tudor England, basil was given as a gift to ensure safety while traveling. Drawing this card suggests that you're inviting in the change of scenery. Be sensible about your decisions, and your feet will lead you safely where you need to go. It feels like that's all you needed to hear, right? You've got these dreams, and you're dreaming about potential. That's what's calling to you at this time. You needed this reassurance to validate that, yes, I am on this journey, and that, yes, I will land safely on the other side. All right, let's get over to this blackthorn. We'll read this sickle version first. This is number 40. All right, and this is just an interesting image because there's branches going through a hand and it looks like nighttime scene. So an old woman stands in the woods, her back bent, a raven on her shoulder and a staff of blackthorn holding her up, despite her fragile appearance. This is Caolich, the guardian of ancient woodlands. Sorry if I said that wrong. People may underestimate you, but you know the true power that lurks within, especially when you are surrounded by people and places that you love. Don't let other people's opinions take away your confidence in your own abilities. I love so much how this stuff ties together. Because again, you have the strength to be this flower that emerges through the concrete. And again, people might try to convince you that you are not strong and that you cannot do this. But you already know your capabilities, your strength, and your courage. You just need to trust in that. All right, let's look at the dawn. You know where you're going. You've got a plan in place, and everything feels like it's on course. But with the appearance of blackthorn comes icy hailstorms, closely linked to Caolich, again, same name, goddess of winter. The blackthorn is a tree of strife that has a different idea of what's best for you. An unexpected change is coming your way, ready to interrupt even your best laid plans. Stay on your feet and be ready to react quickly. One wrong step and we'll see you swept away. But if you're canny and heed this warning, you may still come out on top. So this is literally like expect the unexpected. Whatever it is that you are venturing out into, know that you have the tools, the strength, the courage, the magic to not only get through this, but to succeed, to thrive, right? You may have made it through the crack, but maybe you're worried you might die as soon as you get through there. Not literally, but in plant terms. You're going to thrive in whatever you do. You are meant to, you are destined to. The hardest part through this process is finding your own strength to get through it and to know that you can accomplish this. All right, let's get some closing messages. Let's see if there's any advice or things you need to look out for while you're on your journey here. What else do we need to know here, please? We have Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. So this goes along with comparison. And I'm not getting that this is you that are jealous, but I am getting that there may be some onlookers that are jealous. And these are the people who are telling you you can't do this or you're foolish for doing this. These are the people to ignore. Okay? Maybe some of you need to equip yourself with some evil eye charms. All right? Wear it as a bracelet. We have bracelets over here. Oh, you can't see it in the camera. Sorry about that. But anyways, you may have some people who don't understand what you're doing. And it doesn't mean you should stop doing it. These are people who cannot see their own value and see themselves doing what you're doing, and so they project their jealousy onto you. So don't fall for it, is what I'm getting. Okay, what else do we have? We have the Queen. This is love and prosperity. This is what you are meant for, and this is why you have jealous haters. I definitely said that this message is for the collective and that we're not focusing on anyone else in this message, and this is still true. These people are behind the scenes, and I want you to know that you are divinely guided, divinely protected, and divinely loved. These people have nothing on you. Nothing. They can sit in the background and be green and envious with jealousy all they want. You are already this immaculate, beautiful, magical human being, and there's nothing that they can do to bring you down. Nothing. Not even concrete being poured over you. You're still going to thrive and bust through that glass ceiling. All right, what else? Yes, I'm also getting that the reason they're jealous is because you now understand your rightful place, and you're taking your throne. You're taking your power back. You're accepting your rightful place as a divine queen. And if you're a masculine listening, king, whatever, I'm not putting labels on anything. I'm just getting royalty here. So whoever you are that's listening, man, woman, whatever, in between, I'm not judging anything. This is feminine energy. However, if you resonate with this message, then you're royalty. You're sitting on your throne. You're calling your power back. Yeah, and I'm also getting that by acknowledging that, your throat chakra is activating. It was, when I was talking over here about this jealous individual, it felt like my throat was being restricted. Like a snake would do, like a python around your neck. So these people have not done the work. And yet they probably got all kinds of crap to say about you when they have their own problems, right? By you calling your power back and accepting this throne, this royalty, you are exuding beauty, confidence, magic. It's clearing your throat chakra. So if any of you feel like you've got a blocked throat chakra, it's time to let go of these haters and ignore them and take your power back. All right, what else do we have? We have the dragon, strength and wisdom. Look at this. Some of you are being called at this time as you're finding your way through this concrete jungle is what I'm getting. Concrete jungle, okay. Like that's New York, right? New York might be significant to somebody. Alicia Keys song, right? Some of you might be being called to utilize the strength of a dragon with this strength and wisdom card. Maybe you're utilizing spirit guides as dragons. Maybe some of your helpers are dragons. And if, like, I'm also getting with like shamans, you sometimes take on like your spirit animal as that. So maybe you are shapeshifting and becoming this dragon to exude this strength and wisdom to be able to get through what you need to get through. You do what you got to do. Like that's very much the message that I am getting. You have support. You just need to call upon them and ask. Maybe there is a specific dragon spirit guide that you know of that you are wanting to call on or have been calling on that's helping you through this. And that's another reason why you don't need to worry about this jealousy stuff. We have the shield. You are safe from harm. And that looks like an eagle. Collective, you have nothing to fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. If you have been threatened or intimidated or manipulated by anybody out there, it's fake. It's emptiness. That's the only way I can put it. It's false threats. Yep, that's what I'm getting. You have so much power and you exude that. And yes, it brings these creatures out of the woodworks. But you also have so much strength and wisdom and protection while you go through this darkness right now. And that could be why you're attracting this stuff. Is this could be the part of the old life that you were in the process of letting go, and maybe you resonated with some of this energy at some point. But you're now to the point where you're like, no, I don't resonate with that energy. It's not for me. Ugh, yeah, throat chakra for sure. Maybe you didn't speak up about it, and that's very much what I'm getting with the throat chakra. Maybe for some of you, you were threatened by some situation in the past. And maybe you let things go. You let things slide. You didn't speak up or speak out about how you felt, about how somebody was treating you. But now that you have acknowledged this royalty and this power, this wisdom, this strength, I am getting that you're not letting it go or slide anymore. And it doesn't even require an argument. What I am getting is the silence is deafening. Your silence is your power. And while sure, your voice is also your power, but your silence is deafening. It's telling them something more than your voice ever could. And I know you just heard my voice go all blah blah. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's going to be times when you're going to try to go to say something, and it's going to feel like there's an attempt for it to be stifled. Like someone didn't want me to get this message out today. Does it look like I care? Like, you can't stop me. I am in my power. It's coming out. Spirit wants this message out. I'm the vessel to deliver it. Here it is. You can't stop me. And I'm getting that that's also you, collective. You're not going to be stifled anymore. And that's, again, why this old version of you is trying to exit. Exit stage left. Because it doesn't resonate with you anymore. You're no longer going to be silenced, judged, told anything about you that isn't true. Your voice is your power, but so is your silence. All right, we have earth energy. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. So, we also have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I don't know if that resonates with anybody as far as your sign, someone else's sign. But when we have utilize logic, reason, and common sense, the strong message that I'm getting here, tying back to this Medusa energy, is that they lack that. So if you ever do try to reason with someone like this, they don't have reason or logic or common sense. Common sense isn't so common anymore, right? So the strong message with the throat chakra that's coming through here is not to waste your energy, because it is just going to be a waste. You have better things to spend your energy on, and Spirit doesn't want you wasting your energy over here in this muck. It's like this underdeveloped energy here. Childish even. Yeah. And it's all throat chakra. It's just the craziest thing that the throat chakra keeps coming up. But again, the two messages that come through pertaining to your voice is maybe in the past you did argue. Maybe in the past you also just let things go and didn't speak up. So the part that's changing is you're using your voice now to exert your power. And you're also utilizing the absence of your voice to indicate that you're not interested in the battle. You've already won. They already know that. The silence is deafening. And I'm also hearing that song by Depeche Mode, Enjoy the Silence. Guess what? Enjoy it. Enjoy that silence, because that's where your peace is. It's like you're calling your power back and your peace back, right? You don't have to battle with anybody. And if they want to battle with you, you can choose to remain silent. It's kind of like when you're arrested, right? The Miranda rights. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Yep. This jealousy energy will definitely do that. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. This does not require any words from you. In fact, it's demanding that if you do use words, you exert your power. Bottom of the deck, we have winds of change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. It's like the winds blowing through. So we also have air energy here. So we could be talking about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now, we did get the number 5 up here. Remember that change isn't a bad thing. What this change is calling for is this transition. So think of this change as that. It's not a bad thing. It can be scary, sure, but you're going to get through it. You have all this on your side, and you are meant to succeed. You have protection. You have this strength and wisdom. You have this power, this love and prosperity. And you're utilizing logic, reason, and common sense, which is lacking in the majority of people out there, unfortunately. So, you're doing a beautiful job, and I just want to say that in case you haven't heard that lately or ever, keep going. You're doing amazing. You're gonna get through this. Remember that the silence is deafening, and that if you are gonna use your voice, exert your power. Don't engage in the arguments. It's like they're trying to pull you down because they already know that you're above them. And again, I don't even like to use those terms like, I'm above you, I'm better than you. No. I'm not meaning it like that. What I am meaning is that you want better for yourself and better for the world, humanity. These people don't. That's the difference. You rule with this love, and it's bringing you prosperity. I'm very much getting like, kill them with kindness. You don't have to be mean-spirited to rule a kingdom. That's the difference between you and these jealous haters. Don't let them trip you up. They have nothing on you. Nothing. All right. That is your reading for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light, here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Thank you again. Take care of yourselves. Kill them with kindness. And I'll see you on the next one.